Today's ICE arrested a 5-year-old child. This is in no way like any type of exaggeration. They dead ass detained a child. Okay, and I know I spoke a little bit about this on my Gestapo video, but I think if this doesn't make anybody feel any type of way, I don't know what else to like show you guys. Like this is in any like in every way, shape, or form, this is like genuinely outraging news. Like they kidnapped a child, a 5-year old. And then the vice president is asked, like, why did they do that? Like, oh, no, no, no. And then it's learned that the child, his father, was the one that was, I guess, he didn't have documentation to be in this country. And so because of that, he ran away. Ran away from the police because what else do? You know, you come to America and now they don't want you and they're kicking you out. So what do? You run because again, you want to still be in this country and provide for others, but you don't want to suffer the wrath of the fucking police and Trump's militia, which is ICE. So what do? You run because that's the only necessary like real way to survive. That is like, okay, well, I still want to be in this country, but I don't want to be deported. You know, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to run. I'm gonna have to book it. And because of that, they went and they arrested a child. Now this is the funny thing for me, right? They asked the vice president like, why do that, right? And he goes, well, the reason why we detained the child is because, well, when we tried to arrest his father, he ran away. So what are the officer gonna do? Just let him freeze to death? You wouldn't have given a fuck if he did. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have given a fuck if you did fucking arrest the dad. If you arrested the dad, if the child would have been left there regardless, your fucking ICE agents are gonna pick him up and take him back home. You know what I mean? Like, dude, are you serious right now? Like, all you did was send him to the fucking like, you know what I mean? Like, that's oh, I don't know, man. It's a load of baloney. That's what I'm hearing, and I fear that just I don't know what else to do. Or like not me personally, because obviously I don't live in Minnesota where all this shit is going on. But it's like, dude, I fear like we need to do like something. Like not me personally, but I guess them. They need to like redirect what they're doing. Because obviously just sitting around and just yelling anti-ice, what is that gonna do? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm getting real sick and tired of this shit. Um, I've I've been whether we teach people how to like really protect themselves against like governmental weapons, especially protesters. You know, either we teach them how to do that, or not that people arm themselves necessarily, but at least learn how to deal with people shooting at them, or especially with tear gas. We need people there who can fucking shake the tear gas solution, make sure that that shit doesn't fucking erupt or like get in somebody's eye. Like, how do you like neutralize the government? You know what I mean? Like, these are people, ICE in general, like yeah, they've gotten a whole bunch of money and shit, but they don't know what to do with their weapons. They don't. They're not trained well in the way that like you need, like how a police is trained. They get at least well, what is it, like 90 hours of training before you can become a police officer. Like, they're not given that type of timing, especially like border patrol. So I think it's really crazy how people just kind of like, I don't know, they're like so like well, most people aren't scared of fucking like aren't scared of ICE agents because ICE isn't necessarily like a crazy like group. Like, these are fucking stupid dumbass motherfuckers who just went in for a fucking paycheck. That's genuinely what it is. So in reality, like, these motherfuckers don't know how to use or like articulate themselves or be able to do this. And obviously, I think what makes it worse is that the courts won't do anything over it because they've already sent things over and they said like, hey, you can't do this, but they don't care. So it's like, in reality, like, what do you do? You know what I mean? What do you do when checks and balances doesn't work on a national level? You know what I mean? Well, there's an obvious solution, but I'm not gonna be the one to declare that just because I don't want to, I don't want an FBI agent watching me. You know what I mean? But man, dude, just watching these things unravel in like real time, it's something that I would never really expect, or I would never think in like a million years it would have happened. You know what I mean? Like, well, actually, let me take a step back because I think I'm just talking out of my ass right now. I never expected it to be on this grand of a scale. These things have been happening for years, like years, decades, generations. Like this isn't a one-time thing that like, you know what I mean, that like it has happened. There's been children that have been detained, and I guess my issue is they put this kid in handcuffs. Like what? Or I think it was in handcuffs. Hold on, let me look back at the picture. But they had him like on the fucking hood of the car. Like what? Like look at this. They had him on like the hood of the car. Like what? Like are we serious right now? It's a fucking 5-year-old, bro. And I think it's so crazy again to just say that like, well, what is he supposed to do? Trying to like fucking humanize him. They wouldn't have given a fuck. They would have arrested his daddy and hope his fucking auntie came around and picked him up. Like dead ass. They don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I mean? Don't try to play fucking moral games whenever your whole fucking whatever is clearly not a moral organization or institute. This is not a place where you play moral games. You know what I mean? Especially when you're the one committing atrocities. You can't commit atrocities and then start trying to play moral games. Are you serious right now? Like, dude, that's like imagine if Hitler started killing like Jewish people, right? And then he was like, well, actually, he did do this shit. Imagine he was killing Jewish people. He was like, yeah, but like, if we didn't like send them to like Siberia or anything, they would have just starved to death. So it's like, what? Actually, that's a really bad example. I'm gonna be honest with you, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't play moral games whenever you're the one that's not morally just. You know what I mean? I saw a Connor Eats Pants tweet that said that you were the first baby to ever choose crack over. I think that's a really good argument, especially whenever we look at who you are. You're a fucking piece of shit. Word to my dead. Kill yourself. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I'm currently editing on tomorrow's video. It took me a little bit longer, or I could probably wrap it up today. But I think I want to sit down and focus on some schoolwork before I really start like doing things. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, like and subscribe. I'll see you later.